Ladies, we've all been there. You're wondering, is he really into me, or am I just imagining it? Maybe he says the right things, but you're looking for something deeper, something that goes beyond words. Well, the truth is, when a man is crazy about you, he doesn't just tell you, he shows you in ways that are so instinctive, he may not even realize he's doing them. So today, let's dive into 6 psychological tricks men use when they can't stop thinking about you. A man who is truly interested doesn't just pop in and out of your life when it's convenient for him. He shows up, he texts, he calls, he makes plans, and he follows through. His effort isn't just big romantic gestures. It's the everyday things. Checking in to see how your day was, remembering your coffee order, or sending you a funny meme because it reminded him of you. Consistency isn't just attractive. It's proof of genuine interest. He won't be controlling, but let's be honest. When a guy is into you, he notices when another man is too. Maybe he asks a few more questions about that coworker you keep mentioning, or his body tenses slightly when someone flirts with you. It's not about possessiveness. It's about his biological instinct to protect something he values. The key: a healthy man won't try to control you. He'll just subtly make it known that he sees you as his person. Ever noticed how, after spending time with someone, you start picking up their phrases or mannerisms? When a man is crazy about you, this happens on a deeper level. If you're passionate about a cause, he suddenly becomes curious about it. If you love a certain music genre, he's adding those songs to his playlist. This isn't about changing himself. It's about creating shared experiences that bring him closer to you. When a man is truly interested, he won't leave things to fate. He won't wait and see if you'll run into each other. He creates moments to be with you. Maybe he suddenly takes an interest in your favorite cafe, or he finds reasons to help you with something. He wants to be in your orbit, not because he has to, but because he genuinely enjoys your presence. A man's body will give away his feelings before his words ever do. He leans in when you talk, keeps strong eye contact, finds little ways to touch you, a brush on your arm, guiding you through a crowd. His feet will point toward you in a group setting, and he'll instinctively position himself close to you. These are unconscious signs of attraction and deep emotional connection. This is the big one. When a man is crazy about you, he doesn't just listen. He remembers. He knows you hate mushrooms, so he picks a restaurant that caters to your taste. He hears you talk about your dreams and starts encouraging you to go after them. He supports you not just when it's easy, but when you're struggling. A man who is truly invested in you will want to see you happy because your happiness is his happiness. When a man is truly interested, his actions will always align with his words. He doesn't just make promises, he follows through. He doesn't leave you wondering if he cares because his consistency removes all doubt. A man who genuinely wants you in his life doesn't operate in the gray areas of maybe or will see. Instead, he invests in you with effort, time, and attention, making it clear that you are a priority, not an afterthought. Consistency is one of the strongest indicators of genuine interest. A man who is deeply interested in you will find ways to integrate you into his life rather than treating you as a temporary distraction. He will make plans with you in advance, not just text you at the last minute, because he suddenly has free time. His communication will be steady, not overwhelming, not distant, but reliable. He reaches out not because he feels obligated, but because he truly enjoys the connection and wants to maintain it. Effort comes in many forms. Sometimes it's as simple as sending a thoughtful message in the morning, checking in on your day, or remembering something small but significant that you mentioned in passing. It could be adjusting his schedule to spend time with you or ensuring that when he's with you, he's fully present. No distractions, no half-hearted attention, just genuine engagement. He listens to what you say, not just to respond, but to understand. He remembers the details, from how you take your coffee to the challenges you're facing at work. These small, consistent actions reveal more than grand gestures ever could. A man who is truly invested doesn't play games. He doesn't use silence or withdrawal as a strategy to gain control. He doesn't give you just enough attention to keep you interested while keeping his options open. Instead, he is steady, clear, and intentional. He wants you to feel secure in the connection, not questioning his intentions or waiting for him to step up. His actions communicate, I'm here, I'm interested, I'm not going anywhere. This type of investment isn't about grand romantic moments that fade after the initial excitement. It's about the day-to-day choices he makes that show you he values you. If he says he'll call, he calls. If he makes plans, he follows through. If something important happens in your life, he acknowledges it not because he feels obligated, but because he genuinely cares. He understands that real relationships aren't built on occasional bursts of passion, but on consistent, meaningful effort over time. Effort also means making space for you in his world. He includes you in his future plans, not in vague terms, but in real, tangible ways. He introduces you to the people who matter to him, and he wants to learn about the people who matter to you. He is genuinely curious about your life, your thoughts, and your feelings. He values your opinions and considers them when making decisions. He sees you as a partner, not just a fleeting interest. Moreover, his investment isn't just about what he does when things are easy. It's about how he shows up when challenges arise. When misunderstandings happen, he doesn't shut down or disappear. Instead, he communicates and works through things with you. He doesn't just stick around when it's convenient. He puts in the effort even when it requires patience, compromise, or vulnerability. His consistency is not conditional on how much attention he receives in return. He isn't investing in you as a strategy to get something from you. He invests because he values you. His actions are not driven by short-term desires, but by a deeper interest in building something real. He understands that relationships thrive on mutual effort, and he's willing to put in the work to nurture and grow the connection. When a man truly values you, his effort will never be sporadic or unreliable. It will be consistent, steady, and unmistakable. Jealousy and protectiveness are often misunderstood when it comes to relationships. While extreme jealousy can be toxic and controlling, subtle jealousy is a natural response when a man is genuinely interested in you. It's not about possession or dominance, it's about care. When a man sees you as someone he values deeply, he becomes instinctively aware of potential threats to the connection. His subtle jealousy isn't a sign of insecurity. It's an unspoken way of saying, you matter to me and I don't want to lose you. This kind of jealousy doesn't manifest in dramatic outbursts or attempts to control who you talk to. Instead, it shows up in small, often subconscious ways. Maybe his body language shifts slightly when he notices another man paying too much attention to you. He might lean in closer, place a hand on your lower back, or maintain physical proximity to subtly assert his presence. His tone of voice may change when he asks about certain interactions, not because he wants to interrogate you, but because he's trying to gauge the situation and understand where he stands. Protectiveness goes hand in hand with this. A man who is genuinely interested in you will have a natural instinct to look out for your well-being. He may not even realize he's doing it, but you'll notice it in the way he walks slightly ahead when you're in a crowded space, subtly placing himself between you and any potential disruption. He'll instinctively hold your hand or guide you through a busy street. If he senses that someone is making you uncomfortable, he'll find a way to step in, not aggressively, but in a way that lets you know he's paying attention and ready to support you if needed. His protectiveness also extends to your emotional well-being. If he hears you talking about a situation that upset you, he may offer advice, not because he doubts your ability to handle it, but because he genuinely cares about your happiness. He might ask questions like, "Are you okay?" or "Do you want me to do something about it?" His concern is not about control, it's about making sure you feel safe and supported. This subtle protectiveness becomes even more noticeable in social settings. If another man starts flirting with you, he might not make a scene, but he'll react in small ways. His posture may stiffen slightly. He might subtly position himself between you and the other guy. Or he could initiate more physical contact, like placing a hand on your arm or shoulder to establish a sense of closeness. He's not trying to claim ownership over you, but he wants to make it clear that he's present, that he sees you as important, and that he's aware of the attention you're receiving. At the same time, a confident man won't let jealousy dictate his behavior. He won't lash out or become passive-aggressive if you talk to other men. Instead, he'll use it as a moment to reassess and remind himself of the value of the connection he has with you. A secure man understands that attraction and admiration from others are natural, but what matters most is the bond he shares with you. Protectiveness also extends beyond just romantic or social interactions. If you mention that you had a rough day or that something is stressing you out, he'll instinctively want to step in and help. It might be as simple as offering a reassuring word, taking something off your plate, or encouraging you to rest. He pays attention to what makes you feel safe and comfortable, and he prioritizes those things. Even in casual situations, his protectiveness can show in subtle ways. If you're out together and it starts getting late, he might offer to walk you to your car or check in to make sure you got home safely. If you're at an event, he might make sure you have what you need, whether it's a drink, a seat, or just his presence nearby. These actions may seem small, but they speak volumes about how much he values and cares for you. A man's subtle jealousy and protectiveness aren't about restricting your freedom or making you feel like you have to justify your choices. Instead, they're quiet, instinctive ways of expressing deep interest and emotional connection. They're not about fear of losing control. They're about the desire to protect something meaningful. When a man is deeply interested in you, he doesn't just listen to what you say, he absorbs it. Without even realizing it, he starts mirroring your emotions, habits, and even the little quirks that make you unique. This is not manipulation or an act. It's a natural psychological response that happens when someone is emotionally invested in another person. Mirroring is one of the strongest non-verbal ways that humans build connections. And when a man is crazy about you, this subconscious behavior becomes even more apparent. One of the first signs of mirroring is how he responds to your emotions. If you're excited about something, he naturally reflects that excitement. If you're passionate about a topic, he listens with genuine interest, even if it's something he never cared about before. He doesn't just nod along, he engages, asks questions, and even finds himself getting enthusiastic about it too. If you're feeling down, you might notice that his mood shifts slightly as well. And this isn't because he's copying you intentionally, but because he is emotionally in tune with you. Your emotions affect his because he feels connected to you on a deeper level. Beyond emotions, mirroring often shows up in speech patterns. Have you ever noticed that after spending a lot of time with someone, you start picking up their phrases, expressions, or even the way they laugh? When a man is really into you, he unconsciously starts adopting your way of speaking. He might use the same slang, mimic your tone of voice, or start emphasizing words the way you do. If you have a particular catchphrase or a unique way of reacting to things, don't be surprised if you hear him saying it too. This isn't an act of imitation. It's a subconscious way of aligning himself with you, reinforcing the bond you share. Mirroring also extends to body language. If you cross your legs, he might do the same without realizing it. If you lean in during a conversation, he instinctively mirrors the movement. If you gesture a certain way while speaking, his gestures may start to look similar. This kind of physical mirroring is a deeply ingrained human behavior that happens when people feel comfortable and connected. It's his body's way of saying, we're in sync. I feel what you feel. Another way this manifests is through shared interest. If you're passionate about a particular book, movie, or hobby, he may start showing interest in it too, even if it wasn't something he paid attention to before. He might casually mention that he listened to a song you recommended or that he watched a show you talked about. This isn't just about trying to impress you. It's about wanting to understand and experience the things that make you happy. If you love hiking, he may suddenly develop an interest in the outdoors. If you enjoy cooking, he might start experimenting in the kitchen or asking about your favorite dishes. His desire to participate in your world is a clear indication of how much he values your connection. Even in subtle, everyday ways, mirroring becomes apparent. If you drink your coffee black, he might start trying it that way too. If you have a habit of checking your phone in a particular way or tapping your fingers when you're thinking, he may start doing the same. It's these small, almost unnoticeable behaviors that reveal just how much he is attuned to you. This kind of mirroring isn't about losing his individuality or pretending to be someone he's not. It's about creating common ground, a sense of shared experience that makes the relationship feel effortless and natural. When a man mirrors you, it's his subconscious way of reinforcing the bond, deepening the connection, and making you feel like you truly belong in each other's worlds. When a man is truly interested in you, he doesn't sit back and wait for the perfect moment to magically appear. He creates it. He finds ways, both big and small, to be around you, to engage with you, and to make his presence known. He doesn't rely on luck or coincidence. Instead, he takes intentional steps to integrate himself into your life in ways that feel natural and effortless. One of the most obvious ways he does this is by initiating plans. He doesn't just say, "We should hang out sometime," and leave it at that. Instead, he actively suggests specific activities, whether it's grabbing a coffee, going to a concert, or even running errands together. He pays attention to your interests and incorporates them into his invitations. If he knows you love a particular type of cuisine, he might casually suggest a restaurant he just happened to hear about. If you mention wanting to see a new movie, he might bring it up again later and suggest going together. These aren't just random ideas. They are carefully thought out ways to create moments where he can spend more time with you. But even when formal plans aren't in place, he still finds ways to be near you. If you work together, he might take breaks around the same time you do, or casually walk past your desk more often. If you frequent a particular cafe, don't be surprised if he starts showing up there too, acting as if it's just a coincidence. In social settings, he positions himself where he can easily interact with you. He doesn't hover or make it obvious, but you'll notice that he always seems to be in close proximity, effortlessly weaving himself into your environment. Beyond physical presence, he also finds reasons to stay engaged in conversation. He doesn't just exchange pleasantries and move on. He lingers. If you're in a group chat, he responds to your messages with more enthusiasm. If you're texting, he keeps the conversation going, asking thoughtful questions and remembering details you've shared. He may even bring up inside jokes or shared experiences to create a sense of connection. And if the conversation starts to dwindle, he finds subtle ways to reignite it, whether by sending a funny meme, asking your opinion on something random, or referencing something from an earlier discussion. Another way he creates opportunities is by offering help or support, even when it's not necessarily needed. If you mention that you're moving apartments, he'll be the first to volunteer to help carry boxes. If you're struggling with a work project, he'll offer advice or suggest collaborating. If your car needs a jump start somehow, he's right there, ready to assist. It's not that he's trying to impress you with grand gestures. It's that he genuinely wants to be useful and involved in your life. Even small things like offering to grab you a coffee when he's getting one for himself are his way of staying connected. He also takes note of the little moments that allow him to be around you. If you like to go for morning runs, he might suddenly become interested in jogging too. If you always attend a weekly trivia night, he might show up just to check it out. These aren't just random occurrences. They're calculated yet natural ways for him to share experiences with you. Even in digital spaces, he makes sure his presence is felt. He might like your social media posts more frequently, comment on things that matter to you, or send you links to things he thinks you'd enjoy. He's not overbearing, but he subtly reminds you that he's paying attention and that he wants to be a part of your world. A man who truly wants to be with you doesn't rely on fate to bring you together. He takes action. He doesn't wait for the perfect moment, he creates it, making sure that in one way or another, you always know he's there. When a man is truly drawn to you, his words only tell half the story. The rest is revealed in his body language, the subtle instinctive cues that speak volumes without him even realizing it. While some men struggle to express their feelings directly, their bodies often betray their emotions in ways that are impossible to ignore. Leaning in when you talk, maintaining strong eye contact, and using light touches are all subconscious ways he communicates his affection and interest without saying a word. One of the first and most telling signs of attraction is physical proximity. When a man is crazy about you, he naturally gravitates toward you. Whether you're sitting at a table, standing in a group, or walking side by side, you'll notice that he finds ways to close the distance. He leans in when you speak, as if he's hanging on to every word. Even in a crowded room, his body is angled toward you, signaling that you have his undivided attention. If he's particularly interested, he may also mirror your movements without realizing it. If you shift your weight, he does the same. If you take a sip of your drink, he follows. This subconscious mirroring is a sign of deep connection and a desire to be in sync with you. Eye contact is another powerful indicator. When a man is genuinely drawn to you, he maintains eye contact longer than usual, not in an intense, intimidating way, but in a way that feels warm, engaged, and meaningful. His eyes soften when he looks at you, and there's a certain depth in his gaze, as if he's studying you, absorbing every detail. Even in moments of silence, his eyes linger just a second longer than necessary, speaking the emotions he might not yet have put into words. And when he looks away, he often glances back quickly, as if he can't help but check to see if you're still looking too. Subtle touches are one of the strongest non-verbal ways a man expresses interest. He finds excuses, small, fleeting moments, to make physical contact, testing the waters, without making it too obvious. It might be a light touch on your arm when he's making a point in conversation, a playful nudge when he's joking with you, or a gentle guiding hand on your lower back when maneuvering through a crowd. These aren't accidental gestures. They're intentional, controlled, and meaningful. If he brushes against you but doesn't pull away quickly, it's a sign that he's comfortable with the connection and wants to see how you respond. The way he reacts to your touch is just as revealing. If you casually place your hand on his arm during a conversation and he leans into it rather than pulling away, that's a clear indication that he enjoys and welcomes your touch. Pay attention to how he responds when you're near. Does he relax? Does he subtly shift closer? Does his voice soften? These are all subconscious signs that he's drawn to you in a way that words alone can't capture. Posture and positioning also play a role. A man who is interested in you will stand or sit in a way that showcases confidence and openness. His shoulders are squared, his chest slightly expanded, and his stance relaxed but attentive. He doesn't cross his arms or turn his body away from you. Instead, he remains open, engaged, and inviting. If he's particularly into you, you might notice small, almost imperceptible movements, adjusting his shirt, fixing his hair, or shifting his stance when you enter the room. These are unconscious efforts to present himself in the best possible way around you. Even his voice may change when he speaks to you. He may lower it slightly, speaking in a more deliberate and intimate tone. His laugh might be a little deeper, his words more carefully chosen. He's fully present in the conversation, not distracted or impatient. His goal isn't just to talk, it's to connect. A man's body language is an open book, revealing emotions he might not yet have verbalized. Through small yet intentional gestures, he communicates his attraction, his desire to be close, and his growing affection. Even when he's silent, his actions say everything. When a man is truly crazy about you, your happiness becomes one of his top priorities. It's not just about impressing you or winning you over, it's about genuinely wanting to see you smile, feel supported, and achieve everything you set out to do. This kind of care isn't expressed through grand gestures alone. It's shown in the small, consistent ways he listens, remembers, and supports you without expecting anything in return. One of the most telling signs that he genuinely cares about your happiness is his ability to remember the little things. If you casually mention your favorite coffee order, a childhood memory, or a song that means a lot to you, he stores that information away, not because he's trying to impress you, but because what matters to you matters to him. Days, weeks, or even months later, he'll bring up those details in conversation or surprise you in ways that show he's paying attention. Maybe he picks up your go-to snack when he's out shopping, or he sends you a message on the day of an important event to wish you luck. These thoughtful actions aren't rehearsed, they come naturally when someone genuinely values you. Beyond remembering details, he actively listens when you speak. He's not just waiting for his turn to talk or half-heartedly nodding along. He's fully engaged, asking follow-up questions and showing a real interest in what you have to say. If you've had a rough day, he doesn't minimize your feelings or rush to fix things. He gives you space to express yourself and lets you know he's there for you. If something excites you, he shares in your excitement rather than dismissing it. He wants to understand you, your passions, and what makes you happy, because to him, your joy is just as important as his own. Supporting your goals is another major sign that he cares about your happiness, whether it's your career aspirations, personal projects, or even small lifestyle changes. He encourages you rather than making you feel like you have to choose between him and your ambitions. If you're working towards something, he celebrates your progress, offers encouragement when you need it, and never makes you feel guilty for focusing on your own growth. He doesn't view your success as a threat. He's your biggest cheerleader, genuinely happy to see you thrive. When challenges arise, he's there not just in words, but in actions. If you're overwhelmed with responsibilities, he offers to help in practical ways. Whether it's running an errand for you, sending you something to brighten your day, or simply reminding you that he believes in you. He's the type to ask, "How can I support you?" rather than assuming what you need. He doesn't just show up when things are easy. He's there in the moments that matter, proving through consistency that your happiness is something he truly values. His care also shows in how he respects your boundaries and needs. He understands that true happiness isn't about constant validation. It's about feeling safe, understood, and free to be yourself. He gives you space when you need it without making you feel guilty. He doesn't pressure you into things you're uncomfortable with, and he pays attention to how you respond to situations, adjusting his approach accordingly. His goal isn't to change you, but to support you in being the happiest, most fulfilled version of yourself. Even in everyday moments, his actions speak volumes. If he senses you're stressed, he may try to make you laugh or create a moment of light-heartedness. If he knows you're feeling down, he checks in rather than assuming you'll reach out. He might not always have the perfect words, but his presence and effort reassure you that you're not alone. At the core of it all, a man who truly cares about your happiness doesn't do these things for recognition or praise. He does them because seeing you happy genuinely makes him happy too. When a man is truly crazy about you, his actions will speak louder than his words. He won't just express his feelings in fleeting compliments or grand declarations. He'll show them in the way he invests consistent effort, subtly protects you, mirrors your emotions, finds reasons to be around you, uses body language to communicate his attraction, and genuinely cares about your happiness. Real love and deep attraction aren't about mind games or mixed signals. They're about consistent, genuine actions that make you feel valued and secure. A man who truly wants to be with you won't leave you guessing. He'll make it clear through the way he prioritizes you, respects you, and supports you. So the next time you're wondering whether a man is truly into you, don't just listen to what he says. Watch what he does. Because when a man is crazy about you, his love won't just be something he talks about, it'll be something he proves every single day.